Welcome to the PhoneArena.com review of the HTC Touch as offered by Sprint. The Touch is the latest Windows Mobile 6 professional offering from HTC and is a CDMA variant of the Touch offered on GSM networks this summer. Notable upgrades include a doubling of the memory, up to 256 megs of ROM and 128 megs of RAM, as well as double the processing speed, now up to 400 MHz. Notable features include a 2 megapixel camera, as well as microSD expansion. The design is very simple. As you can see, there is no physical keyboard. In fact, there are only 6 buttons on the Touch. On the bottom of the device, you will find a send and end key, as well as a 5-way directional pad. On the right is a small multifunction button, and on the left, you'll find a volume slider. Finally, at the top of the device, you'll find a power key. The back of the phone features the 2 megapixel camera, as well as a single speaker. At the top, you'll find a small stylus. Removing the battery door, you'll find, of course, the battery, and you will also have access to the micro SD slot. While the micro SD slot is kind of a pain to access, the fact that you do not have to remove the battery means it's not that big of a deal. As you would imagine, the device features a large touchscreen display, 2.8 inches in this case. It's QVGA, and like all other Windows mobile devices, is 65,000 colors. The included home screen on the HTC Touch is wonderful. The large plugin you see at the top is called the HTC Home plugin. It features 4 tabs and allows the user quick access to a lot of the information they would be looking for. The Home tab features the large clock, as well as an indication of text messages, email, and missed calls. The Weather tab allows the user to see the current conditions, as well as a quick overview of the 4-day forecast for their local area. The Launcher tab gives the user 9 programmable shortcuts to commonly used features and applications. And finally, the Sound tab allows the user to quickly switch between ringer profiles. We have our home screen set up to include that, as well as a live search bar and our calendar. However, being Windows Mobile, we can customize this. If we go to the Settings menu and go to the Today screen, we can choose what we want on that screen. Let's say, for instance, that we want to take off the calendar and add the HTC Home Sprint plugin. Simply uncheck Calendar, check Home Sprint, and the home screen will reload. Here we will see another quick launcher bar with access to the phone, music, photos, live search, and Sprint TV. We love the customization available for Windows Mobile. The user is limited only by their imagination and programming skills. And with the latter, there are plenty of people out there who have written plenty of programs. One of the main features of the Touch is HTC's TouchFlow technology. The user simply drags their finger from the bottom to the top of the screen to launch the Touch Cube. The Cube is actually 3-sided, offering quick access to programs, features, as well as speed dials. As you can see, if the user has a picture assigned to the contact, it'll put their picture. Otherwise, it'll have the name there. The programs and the shortcuts are pre-assigned by Sprint and cannot be changed without registry editing. A simple slide of the finger down and the Touch Cube disappears. It should be noted, however, that this is not the iPhone. There's not multi-touch technology, and not all of the programs are designed to easily work with your fingers. For instance, if we launch the contacts, we will be able to scroll with our finger, but they do not stop until you actually press them. One thing that we do like is on the side is an alphabet. We can go to a specific letter by pressing on that. One of the biggest concerns for users looking to go to the Touch is the keypad. With no physical keypad, everybody wants to know how the on-screen keyboard works. There are actually several on-screen keyboards available. The first is the standard Windows Mobile keypad. As you can see, it's relatively small, and the user will probably want to use the stylus to use it. However, HTC has included 2 keypads, the Touch Keyboard and the Touch Keypad. It uses XT9 predictive text technology, so the user only hits the one key and the touch will predict what they're trying to type. The other one is a 12-key touch keypad. This is similar to your standard 9-key dial pad. It also uses XT9 as predictive text. Of course, the user can switch to the ABC mode or just a single number mode. While it did take a little bit of getting used to, we find we have no problems typing with the included keypads. There are other keypads available, however, and one that we particularly like is Touch PAL. As a Windows Mobile 6 device, the HTC Touch is a full-featured PDA. It has robust calendar, contact, and note features. You can launch the calendar from the left soft key on the phone. However, we prefer a program called One Touch Organizer. This program is more finger-friendly and allows us to enter contacts and calendar appointments in very simply. As you can see, you can swipe through the different months, select your day, and then choose a task such as Add Event or Add Task. You can also view your calendar or view your tasks. All this information is put into the stock calendar, and this will sync with Outlook on your home computer. Contact support is also very robust. Pretty much any information you'd ever want to have about a contact you can store in the Touch. If we go to the edit screen here, we can see that there is room for just about anything. Basic information includes the work address, work telephone number, but the user has plenty of options to add all kinds of things from email addresses to IM names to their government ID. We have no complaints about the contact and calendar management on the HTC Touch. As with any Windows device, it's fantastic and easily syncs with your home computer. However, it should be noted that there is no official Mac support for this. If you're going to use a Mac, you're going to have to find third-party programs in order to sync your device. An EVDO device with a large screen lends itself to a pleasant browsing experience, and the Touch is no exception. Shipping with the phone is Pocket Internet Explorer, a capable browser, but we found that it's sometimes slow, and even though it's capable of rendering HTML pages, its slow load times hamper it. We prefer Opera Mini, and since the Touch has a Java virtual machine, we have no problems loading that. Here we have Phone Arena preloaded. As you can see, you get a quick overview of the page. The user can then select a section and simply zoom in to get the details, and then zoom back out. In our speed test, we found Opera Mini to run 3 to 4 times faster than Internet Explorer. We're not sure why, but given the better page rendering, we're going to use Opera Mini anytime we access the Internet. The Touch features a 2-megapixel camera with enough options to make the user happy. The quick option allows you to change the resolution, white balance, brightness, and change your self-timer. There's also a full option setting where you can change anything from the camera effect to advanced features such as review duration and shutter sound. As you can see, everything is done with a simple touch. We can change what mode we're in, from camera to video to contact picture capture. If we want to take a picture, we simply line up the object, hit the center of the directional pad, and capture it. This is our contact picture mode, which means that it'll immediately give us the option to set that picture as a contact. Overall, we are very pleased with the Touch by HTC. It's a quick device and has an excellent size. The lack of a physical keypad was no problem for us, and we found ourselves able to navigate the phone almost entirely with our fingers. In the cases where we couldn't, the stylus made it plenty easy to use. Pretty much all of the advanced features that a user could want on this phone. And being an open platform, we can always add programs as needed. We really can't recommend this device enough, and we'll be personally using it for ourselves.